you have a side control, okay? Whenever you have a side control, you should always be having this hand in a position where you could potentially feed the collar, okay? If he rolls up into me and begins to turn into me here, I can always control the collar here, my arm, so forth. If he begins to turn away, turns away, I immediately feed the collar. Immediately, there's no hesitation, because you're gonna do one of two things. This hand is gonna be either doing nothing or something. So whether you're feeding it with your hand and reaching for it yourself, or you're here and you pass it from the right hand to the left, okay? You have to be thinking of feeding the collars, okay? If he turns away from me and turtles, okay? Same thing here, I still feed it. Same thing, I still feed it. Because he's got to address this. Consider feeding that collar as like a jab, okay? So I'm always feeding that collar right here, okay? Because I'm gonna do one of two things here. This hand's either gonna do something useful or it's not. I prefer that you do something useful with this hand. So instead of being here, you feed that collar. Because now you feed it and you begin to pull your elbow back. Because he's gotta deal with this, okay? He's gotta deal with this, all right? So whether it's turtle, whether it's even here, okay? You still can feed a collar here, okay? Feed lapel collar here, like what I like to do, feed this here, and look, still feed that right there, okay? So one of the things that I wanted to show you guys that works very nicely is oftentimes the person that turtles, okay, thinks that they're safe staying in the turtle. The turtle should be to you what the off-ramp or an on-ramp to a freeway or an interchange where you're just using that in order to pass through. You never want to stop here, okay? However, if you do get to this position, you want to be able to control them here. My elbow is around the hip. My right hand is more so controlling, kind of chopping his hip while still being able to control the inside of his thigh. I never want to lean over here because obviously he's going to grab my arm, okay, and he's slowly going to roll, and then it's bad news for me, and so, okay. So what we're going to do is control from the side here. My left hand is controlling his elbow here. This way again. Okay. My left hand is pushing this elbow right here to keep this space open here. As my right hand hooks and I control the hip. My right hip is connected to his left hip, and I'm driving him laterally, because I want to apply pressure because he's going to have to work just to stay in that position, okay? Then, at some point, I'm going to switch my base, and my hand's already feeding the collar here. Maybe I'll get this deep enough to be able to finish this, okay? Maybe I'll get this, okay? Or maybe not. But whatever I do, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna come up on my elbow. Because from here, it's a lot of power. Finish here, okay? Grab here, extend away, okay? Or if he starts rolling and I don't get this hook, I go back up and back over, okay? So all of this is a combination that works off of that back kick. So what we're gonna do is, you face, okay? Your partner's going to turtle, your right knee is connected to their left knee, your right hip is connected to the left hip, and you're just gonna try to push them over, driving, and you'll see he'll mostly go kind of in a circle, and I'm driving. Notice with my feet, and I'm driving, so that here, I'm gonna switch, and my left knee is gonna bump right here, and I'm gonna turn him in a circle. I take the back, and my left hand goes in for the collar. Okay? We'll do from here. My hand is in here, not too far, so right about here. And I'm driving him laterally, hip pressure here. And at some point where I feel I got good leverage, because my elbow in, I control his hip. I'm gonna shift my hips and bump over my left knee as I go here. My hand immediately goes in, and I have that collar. You're gonna come up on your elbow, and you'll see what chokes are available. Most important of all, you take the back. Never like this, right here, okay? With your feet apart, okay? But spurring, okay?
What did you say, never like this? I missed it.
What?
You said never like this? Cross. Gotcha.
Never like this, because I don't want to cross my feet. Maybe I can cross them here, but I never want to cross them here, because this is a foot lock waiting to happen, right? You got it, you got it.
You don't need two, you can take one.
Okay. This is bad for me right here.
And you get 0 points.
Yeah. So, I want to get here, because the top hand is the choking hand. Okay? One more time. So you're just going to practice. Yeah. You get here, right hand's kind of hooking, but you'll notice that there's pressure more on his hip than me reaching down there. You're going to laterally. Okay? That's what I want you here. Even with the seatbelt here. Okay? One more time. Get a little mini hook right in here, and I'm driving him that on here, and then I will switch my hips, and I'm going to go in a circle. You notice here. Go for a seatbelt, and then you can go for a call. Okay? But just practice these motions, 20% speed. However, what choke's going to do to me, and I'm going to show you what to do if you are the person on the bottom. Yeah, good. It goes heads and bumps. Okay? I'm still in the right spots here. Here's what I'm not going to do. Go ahead. Or this, I see this a lot. Go ahead. Okay, you got it. Okay? So I'm not going to do that, because I'm going to replicate. You know what miniature replicas are? They're scaled out version of the big thing. So you see like the Empire State Building and a 1 to 50 scale or whatever it's called? It's the same exact thing, but smaller version. So you're doing the same thing. You're taking exactly what you would do at full speed, and you're just making it at 1/5 the speed. Very simple, okay? This way, you learn, your hands are going in the right spots, he's learning because his partner's hands are going in the right spots, and you can always speed it up, okay? Let's do it, 1, 2, 3.
Done.